Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention. Eric made a wonderful presentation. I will try to do the same, but I'm a little bit shorter. buildingSMART in Austria, I founded this in 2018 with my own capital and at my own risk. I had some commitments from companies, but only commitments. That's why I also run the non-profit association according to my economic aspects. It is important to say that the managers of buildingSMART Austria only receive compensation for travel expenses, hotel costs, or some other expenses. No one is employed and no one receives a monthly salary. Today, I'd like to discuss with you these 6 points, starting with the strategy fields from us. The term open also, the first one, term open also serves as a psychological umbrella for buildingSMART Austria. At BSI, we have not yet finalized the definition of open BIM, but we in Austria use it for the following characteristics of buildingSMART Austria. We encourage open discussions. Second, we are open to any mistake, but if it's made, it must be concealed. Third, the cooperation patterns are completely open. And the last one is all tasks and their results are open to the real estate sector in Austria. Good. You see these 6 points, and I will start with the first one, the strategy fields. We defined these 4 strategy fields. And regarding education, the first one in red, education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change processes in the real estate industry. That's why 3 years ago, we started a project funded by the Republic of Austria. It built on the buildingSMART International Professional Certification Foundation. The foundation program is excellent and can be implemented, let me say, 95% identically worldwide. However, the program based on it have to take into account local conditions to a considerable extent and can therefore never be developed on and rolled out centrally. There must always be a pump in and pump out process that must be organized. As my time in BMW, we called this development process pump in, pump out when the market manager developed the concept and the head office in Munich made the optimization of this program with the respective market. The result of this work was then processed and adapted with the next markets. That is what I would like to see in the practitioner program. You know that the DACH region is just now developing this. Celine is yesterday and today in Rome with the education group to develop the next step. And I think processes that work for BMW should also work for the buildingSMART community. I will explain the practitioner certification on one of the next topics. Project implementation. What's behind of this idea? We need, in generally, intellectual autonomy and freedom of spirit for the task of our generation. Whoever does it makes the difference. That's why we take a special project from the public sector. We take special projects from the public sector and important companies and some institutions. I show you in 2 minutes example of a small project that we have accompanied from the requirements profile to the surveyor to the standards of the build model and so on. Use of fundings. As I told you in the point education, we have used some fundings from the public sector, and I will explain you in 2 minutes one of these projects regarding education. And then establish a management team, and this was my main strategy to get the best people from Austria, or the most professional people from Austria to buildingSMART. Now, the education. This is our pyramid, you can see, and we are starting, as I said before, with the foundation program, then the 2 levels of the practitioner, and a specialty is the buildingSMART Austria certified trainer. And all these 3 points, foundation, practitioner 1 and practitioner 2, are included in our BIMCert handbook, which we made 2.5 years ago. What's the result of this in numbers? Until today, we have very close to 1,000 graduates of the foundation. We have more than 50 practitioner graduates, both levels, and we have 32 certified trainers. These are, I think, very positive results, and everybody will ask now, what's the certified trainer? That's a logical step. You need auditors for the practitioner, and you need best known know-how manager, and these are the buildingSMART certified trainers, and they were tested in an international assessment with 7 auditors, 3 from abroad, 3 from Austria, and myself for the tie vote. And we can discuss this, but we are really proud of this, and I think we are successful. Here I can show you a short video about a small project implementation, which I have explained to you. This is made from our team, and I will start the presentation and hope you can see the presentation. You see that's a small center, 800 square meter, and all these things are made with Twin Motion from Graphisoft, but we are also working with Revit and so. you can see the animation of the lights in the school area or conference area, and there you can see the landscape, and the owner always asks what's going on with the light, what's going on outside. And here you can see the photovoltaic elements and the glass elements, and also what's going on if night is coming. This project is finalized 2 years ago and was made for the Austrian government. And we are really glad because all the models, all the data we as buildingSMART can use. And we are using these models for our education and for a next project, Twin or Green Beam and so on. Good. Use fundings. User fundings program. As I explained to you, we have developed this book, and we have developed this with special groups of experts, means 2 technical universities, you can see in the middle, 2 technical colleagues, 2 professional academies, 4 project managers, 3 construction companies, 5 engineer offices, and 5 large clients. This book forms the basis of our training pyramid. It contains all the details for the foundation and practitioner exams. In the first edition, we printed 1,500 copies in German and 150 in English. The German version is sold out, and I still have 20 of the English versions in my inventory, I say. The second extended edition will appear in February 2023. And the topic of BIM in existing buildings is also dealt with there. You can see Green Beam is also a funding project, and photovoltaic is a funding project, and we have some other funding projects. Now, establishment of a professional recognized management team. That was my target, and I'm very glad to work with this team, and you have the same participation, education, project implementation, use, also funding programs, and my work. But I added some points: artificial intelligence to education and technical building equipment. And the 2 responsible managers from us are Christian Schranz and Michael Monsberger. Project implementation, the professionals are Christoph Eichler and Winfried Stix. Both are well known in the buildingSMART community. Founding programs and data design, a specialist is Kurt Battisti, and myself, you know. Now, you have seen that we have some non-objects, and this is maybe the opposite of your doing, but we decided this 3 years ago, and therefore I like to explain you this a little bit. The number of members is not very important for us, and it's not a part of the success. We take care about the real estate sector, not mainly on the construction industry. And we do not look for the lowest common. We like to implement solutions that have been worked out. And in Austria, we are not silent exporters. To say this very open, but these 4 points are also valid in cooperation with other partners. One point I explained in the diary is the cooperation between Germany and Switzerland, and we are really satisfied, and I can say month by month it's getting better. And if you see on the example of education, the figures of Q1 2021 to Q2 2022, that's amount, because that means that especially in the certificates we have issued 79% worldwide, and we have 52 practitioners at the mentioned time. That's more as the United States have from the foundation certificate, and we have 28 certified trainers. I think that's a success story, and we are not only working in common with Germany and Switzerland in education. We have a lot of other fields where we are glad to be able to work with them. I mentioned that we have some requirements, and that's very easy. Speed, and transparency. That's especially valid to the common work with buildingSMART International, but with all other partners which we have, because in these times of competition, speed is the decision maker, I think. Examples I like to say is the further training concept. As I explained today and yesterday, the team worked on the practitioner. We already started with this, and Germany already started as well. And I hope other countries will follow, because the foundation education is not enough. And we need a business model of BSTT. You know, we have worked now since 8 or 10 years on the BSTT business model, and until now we do not have the best solution, let me say. And the third point is we have to compare all the results of the rooms, because that's a real value. And I think that 80% of the rail room results we can use for other rooms. And Austria is active in the rail room with Winfried Strix, he's the chair. We are active in the airport room with Christoph Eichler. And we already started the hospital room also with Austrian participation. And therefore, I hope we can speed up a little bit. Thank you for your attention, and I think we are in time, 5 minutes to go.